And we're live again. Oh, I did it again. I get so excited to go live. I just pressed the button before I turn on my camera, and now my camera's off, and I can't even. Now we're here. Oh, what's up, people? And I didn't turn on this, guys. I just want to get into it, y'all. I just want to get into it. What's happening? There we go. Whew. I'm just like, let's go. Let's talk about it, y'all. DC20 live stream number 9. We got something crazy that I'm going to throw down. You guys and y'all's craziness has unlocked another unlock, potentially. We'll talk about it here in a second. And yes, it has to do with the lore of DC20. Pom, pom, pom. I'm going to welcome everybody to the stream. Hold your questions. Think about your questions that you got, and then you can throw down your questions. And then that's how the whole thing's going. And I'll let y'all know what the super secret lore slash giveaway slash goal slash situation is going to be here in a second. So let's see what's up with here, people. Whoa, Peter. I'm going to butcher this. Jernik. Peter Jernik. I know that's from Czech Republic. There we go. Appreciate you. Thank you for your work on DC20. Looking forward to the 0.5 Alpha. Thank you, Peter. I appreciate you. And I see that you asked a question right after that. So I'm going to go ahead and answer an honorary question. This might be the record for the earliest question I've ever asked. Is for the fighter heroic leap. They're asking how this would look. Heroic leap to make the target prone, which is an attack and exposed. Then the heroic leap again, which is 4 action points plus 1 stamina point equals 3 attacks in 1 round without disadvantage. Is this correct interpretation of techniques? No, it is not. So I got you, Peter. First of all, heroic leap is a move you do when you make an attack check. You can't do a double heroic leap. And if you did a double heroic leap, that would cost 2 stamina points in general. If you did a heroic leap and then you did an attack check, and if you heroic leaped again, that would be 2 separate attack checks, right? You can't combine those together. There's going to be stamina enhancements that Heroic Leap has, and all techniques, all spells have enhancements. So spells have mana point enhancements that you can pour mana into your spells. Techniques, which is the Marshal's version of spells, have stamina point enhancements that you can pump more stamina into it. So Heroic Leap could be super big and bad, but you need more stamina for it, and you don't have that yet at lower levels. And techniques that make attack checks are an attack check and do follow the multiple attack check penalty. If you attack multiple times, you get stacking disadvantage. You get the idea. So there's your clarification, Peter. I got you. Appreciate you. Let's see who's here. Lewis, Hodop, Fanboy, Glenn is here. Grand Old Dwarf with the deep bow. What's up? And then we got, okay, Peter and Grand Old Dwarf. Oh, you were talking to Grand Old Dwarf. There you go. Admiral's here. Salute to Admiral Zounch. What's up, Zounch? Jason's here. Reno's here. Got my mods. Carrots, PH Arbex, Malzor. What's up, Malzor? Hello. Kai Solis, Rakdos Gaming. Let's go. Glenn, Mortal Bane. Oh, I already said Glenn. See, I got you twice there, Glenn. Garrett Martin's here. What's up? Ready to light this candle. Pocket Dimension's here. What's up? Party. Did y'all change your logo, Pocket Dimension? That's what's up. Liam's here. Let's go. Tabletop Phoenix. I love the new icon, by the way. Everybody's getting new icons. Shoot. Wolves is here, part of the Wolf Pack. He made it. Bone Caller, what's up? Safe. You're not late, Bone Caller. We have late fees in this live stream. If you're late, you have to pay a late fee. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. It's not a thing. It's like a joke, but Bug makes everybody pay. It's okay. AKA, hello there. Doctor 225, let's go. I love the hype, Doctor. Good to see you, Doctor. Welcome. Nice to meet you, bro. Anna, Anna Fitzgerald. Wait, is that Fitz? Wait. Fitz is here, and of course it's the robot. It's the robot. So that is of course Fitz. Not under the. But then who's the Pocket Dimension tonight? I never know. Evan Basnall is here. This is decisive. Let's go live again. Look, it's Baz. Hey, look, we're gonna play DC. Look, it's Baz is one of the people that is playing DC20 with me in 2 days, bro. We're playing DC20 together. Let's go, because that's what happens here with these lives. Mr. Leaf Sheep, woohoo! Mortal Bane is dabbing. Robin, what's up? Amuriel, what's up? Whoa! Monarch's Factory. What, Dale? What's up, Dale? The one, the only Monarch's Factory is in the chat. What? if y'all don't know Dale Kingsmill from Monarch's Factory, a bow, hats off. Just had a flashbacks to running into you randomly by fate outside of the freaking Gen Con event. So what's up, Dale? You should have played DC20 with me at freaking Gen Con. I would have literally moved anything aside and made I would have played with your whole group. That little squad you had, we would have played together. But it's okay. It's okay. We can always wonder. What's up, Dale? That's wild. That's cool. Jester Bravo, what's up? 5e optimal action, grapple, move, shove, attack. Yeah, well, one thing, Jester, I played not a live stream. I played in a one shot last week with some patrons, and one of them put it very, 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 very well. Is in D&D, whenever you play D&D 5th edition, if you try to optimize your turn, you just try and do big numbers. Do big numbers, make numbers go big, and you just try and like divine smite and sneak attack with the divine soul sorcerer combined with a paladin and multi whatever's going on, right? That's min-maxing and optimizing in D&D. But in DC20, optimizing your turn is like getting the most out of action points and working together as a team in a cool way and using action points in different ways and different orders that make you have these crazy turns of efficiency and these tactics of the battlefield instead of make numbers go big. And then if you want to make numbers go big, you can do it together as a team and make numbers go really big together, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So Jester just sent me on a little rant right there. Let's go. What's up, Sam Bros? I'm still doing the welcomes. That's crazy. Let's go. Oh yeah, Dale's here. Y'all notice. Let's go. Oh snap! Just flipping through your book yesterday too. Let's go. I literally ran into Dale, and on my bucket list is to give Dale a copy of Alkandar's Almanac, because Dale's in Alkandar's Almanac. As far as a credit to Dale, a piece of art referencing Dale, and I had a book there. I was like, there we go, boom. There, I just had to do it, and it was fate. There we go. What's up, everyone? Let's go. So, without further ado, I guess we're gonna go ahead and start diving into it, y'all. We're gonna start diving into it. And what person? I wish I could like bring Dale in on a Discord call and be like, Dale, can you make the announcement? Because I feel like this is such a Monarch's Factory thing about lore and the history of things and all of that, and history of the world, the creation of the world. Oh my God, right? So DC20, yes, does have its own swath of lore, and I've been working hard behind the scenes to be able to do the freaking hoops that I have to jump through. I do have water. Thank you, Malzor. I just love just chit chatting with you guys, and I just go, and my mouth's like, help, and I have to hydrate, baby, hydrate. Here you go, Fitz. Okay. What was I saying? Lore. So I've been just blown away by how much the community wants lore and wants to know the lore of DC20, and I'm telling you, it's a banger. Just wait. So I'm doing some things behind the scenes of what I have to be able to do to like protect the lore and other things like that, so people can't just go swipe it and other things, because it's a big deal, because it's the lore of the game system, right? Anyway, so how this is going to work, lore gremlins. Yes, we have a lot of lore gremlins, right? So how this is going to work, and this is only happening because I was like, man, these guys, y'all are crazy. These live streams have been going crazy. So how this works is just like normal with these live streams. We had the live stream goal. I bumped the live stream goal to something crazy, which we've hit multiple times, which is crazy. But if we hit the live stream goal in a live stream, the following live stream will be a lore dump live stream, and I will dump all of the lore of DC20 in one live stream live, and be able to go back and forth. We might even add to the lore, because it's a live stream. So what that means is, just like normal, every 250, I'm giving away a copy of the DC20, and at 500, the halfway point, I am giving away a seat at the table, so we can play together. That's what I've been doing. I already have like 6 or so people that have already won in giveaways in past live streams. 6 different spots at the table to play DC20 together with me game mastering. You don't have to game master. Just sit back, relax, and play. It's good. Our first one's coming up in 2 days. So at 500 halfway point, I'm still giving that away. At each of the 250 increments, I'm also giving away a copy of the alpha. And then if we break the goal, then the next live stream will be a lore dump live stream. So there we go. That's just going to kind of be how it is, and we'll just keep that out there to see when that goes down, and I'll be ready. So With that, ask your questions. Hashtag question. If you got a question, do a big old hashtag, all caps question, so that my moderators can snag up the questions, put them in the box, and let me, the box being this little section of Discord. And I'll answer your questions. And freaking Dale, do you have a question about DC20? I'll straight up, if your name's Dale Kingswell, I will answer. I'm sorry, guys. I have to I have to answer a question. I don't think anybody would be upset with that if she skipped to the front of the line. You know what I'm saying? She's put in the work, y'all. We have 2 super chats that just say lore from Admiral Rum, and then from my Reno, my 2 moderators just super chatted. Wait, what? Wait, lore? That's all they're saying. They just my moderators are apparently lore gremlins as well. So let's go. So anyway, Alcander, who? Who is Alcander? What's going on with him? What's his deal? Right. So yes, hashtag question. My moderators will snag the questions, and I will go through and start answering them. If you do super chat, you don't. If you super chat, you don't just. You don't have to say random stuff. You can ask a question. That's usually what the super chats are designed for, is to ask a question, jump to the front of the line, get your question answered right away. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. But you can just, oh my gosh, it's a thing. So now that's 4 super chats just talking about lore for the lore gods, Grand Old Dwarf. Just wait till you hear about the Dwarven god and what happened to him. Wait, what? And that's Grand Old Dwarf's first super chat. Appreciate you, brother. Let's go. All right, so cool. That's the whole setup. Oh, also, and just a fun little mini game is all super chats deal damage to the boss, and if you kill the boss, you become the next boss. Let's get into it. All right, so we got live stream questions, live stream winner. Okay, cool. Live stream questions. All right, cool. All right, we got it. Moderators, are y'all here? Hello? Wait, live stream. Hello? Moderator winner? Hello? Every? We live, right? I think I'm in the right channel. I'm on the wrong channel. Anyway, so I'm going to scroll up. Oh, there we go. Okay, Reno's got it. Cool. All right, here we go. Nitty. Oh, see. So I love playing games with names I can't read. I'm going to read it as fast as I can and butcher it, then I'm going to try and hit it right. Nitty Nussie. Nadidi Nussy. Nadidi Nussy. I think I nailed it on that one. I feel really confident. Probably way too confident on that one. Question. I wanted to ask for a rule clarification. I love these. Can you attack and cast a spell without penalty on the same turn? Boom. Yes. The multiple check penalty is super clean and clear and drawn lines in the sands. The multiple check penalty in DC20 is if you make the same check multiple times, you gain stacking disadvantage. So if you try to intimidate somebody, you can make an intimidation check. Yeah, if you try and intimidate somebody again, you can make an intimidation check, but it's at disadvantage. You roll 2d20s, take the lower. And if you make an intimidation check for a 3rd time, you can do it. Sure, you can, but it's now 3d20s, take the lowest, and that's stacking disadvantage, right? So there's that. And that's true for all checks. So attack checks, spell checks, intimidation checks, grapple check, whatever, right? Athletics checks, acrobat, whatever you're doing. So repeated checks decay, and in that sense, an attack check with a weapon is different in a whole separate category than a spell check with magic. So you're good. So done. And then do we have some lore questions? I see Pocket Dimensions thrown down. Says we have some lore questions. Karak, did I miss a Dale question? Did Dale ask any questions? I don't know. I just want to make sure. I can't let her down, guys. I can't do it. All right. Crocodile. Crack Day. Can you add poor Finley from one shot to the lore? Oh, poor Finley. Oh man, I think he died before the lore happened. So Finley died bravely, and that's a little hint to some lore there. Horse in the Sands, appreciate you, super chat. Prepare the ships for war, and you have a Captain Jack Sparrow as your icon there. Prepare the ships for war. This is my Jack Sparrow impersonation. Prepare the ships for war. There's my Jack Sparrow. Was that good? I don't know. I have not practiced this. And then, whoa, time out. Dale, what are you doing? Stop Stop it, Dale. Stop it, Dale. You're not allowed to super chat. What are you doing? I'm going to heart your super chat up at the top here. And can I do something with it? Can I pin? I'm going to pin it. Can I put put this user in timeout? No. Go to the channel. Oh my gosh. Dale Kingsville just super chatted me. This is wild. I need to screen grab this super chat. I haven't even read it yet. I'm sorry, Dale. I haven't read it yet. I'm just going to screen grab the super chat. It is immortalized. It is immortalized, and I'm messaging it to myself. Okay, sorry. There we go. If I'm skipping the line, I'm gonna pay for it. Have there been any light bulb moments of work on DC20 where a lot of pieces just align perfectly? Oh, that's such a cool question. And what I mean by cool question is those are the type of questions I don't get a lot, because it's definitely like a game design type question. It's like a step back from the game and like looking at the big picture of like creating a game and having something like that. So love that question. There's been a ton of light bulb moments. One of my first light bulb, one of the biggest light bulb moments, this was huge, is damage reduction in Alexander's Almanac and other things. I think armor should reduce the damage you take. It feels in tabletop roleplay games, we want things to feel a certain way, and we need the mechanics of the rule to feel a certain way to elicit that feeling to help bring us in and bring the immersion in. And if you're wearing heavy armor, there should be something different about heavy armor instead of like, oh, my number of armor class is higher and my number is the, you know what I'm saying? Because an evasive super nimble rogue could have a very high physical defense armor class in D&D, but then a big clunky, big beefy boy heavy armor also has a high number, but it's heavy armor doesn't feel like heavy armor in D&D. So one of my first light bulb moments is in DC20. For those who don't know, every 5 that you exceed the armor class by, you deal 1 extra point of damage. So let's say you have a sword that deals a base damage of 2. You hit, boom, 2 damage. If you beat the armor class by 5, you deal 3 damage. If you beat it by 10, if you beat it by 15, crazy, right? So to make this simple and smooth and efficient and intuitive, I codified words for that. So a heavy hit is beating the armor class by 5. A brutal hit is beating the armor class by 10. And that's on the literal character sheet, right? So on your character sheet, you have 3 numbers that have your physical defense, heavy, brutal. And it's very simple. If yours is 10, 15, 20, and I rolled a 16 to hit, that would be a heavy hit because it beats the 15 in that heavy spot. But here was the breakthrough, is I wanted damage reduction to be in the game. I wanted heavy armor to reduce the damage you take because your armor reduced the damage. And how do I get that across? Oh, a damage reduction. So heavy armor has a damage reduction of 1. And that rewind. Y'all know how the mechanic works now, but let's rewind to before I made the mechanic. I knew I wanted heavy armor to reduce the damage you take from physical stuff by 1. But then the problem is if you take 1 damage, you're just immune. You're immune to 1 damage now. So if you had heavy armor, you're now immune to goblins. So goblins with a 1 damage down, you just -1 all the time. And even if they somehow dealt 2 damage to you, then it just goes down to 1, and it's too strong. And I was like, man, damage reduction is just such an honor. Like when you flip the switch to on or off, it's just wildly strong or not there. So I was like, man, this is okay. How am I going to be able to? I am in our old house before we moved. I'm walking down my 6-month-old at the time. I'm just walking in circles thinking about this as I'm kind of doing like, you know, the dad sway. And I'm like, man, okay, how can I make heavy armor? How can I make damage reduction not as strong? And I was like, wait a second. I had a flashback to me and Mr. Rex. If y'all know Mr. Rex, another YouTuber, me and Mr. Rex talked about, and one of the things that I put in Alexander's Almanac, I had double flashback of that. I was like, wait, what if you can bypass armor? What if you can bypass the armor? So this armor that's giving you 1 damage reduction and eventually 2, 3, 4 damage reduction at higher levels and stuff. Imagine 3 damage reduction. You would just be immune to 3 damage. Like you'd just be immortal, right? So it just breaks. So it can't happen. So I was like, wait a second. If armor gives you damage reduction, but if a heavy hit or higher bypasses the damage reduction, they got through the armor, they got around the armor, they hit you in a weak spot, they hit you in the head, they hit you in the neck, they hit you in some vital spot that was not with armor, boom, there you go. So now that was the massive light bulb moment. I was literally like, oh my God, I have to write this down. I have to write this down. So I just kept saying it over and over again in my head. As I finished walking down, I put them down. I ran to my phone and I just feverishly typed it. So now, whenever if an armor grants 1 damage reduction, and you take a heavy hit, meaning the hit that was rolled beats your armor class by 5, now that damage reduction does not apply. You know what I'm saying? So that was an interesting light bulb moment for me there. To kind of a long story to answer Dale's question. Sorry, I went on the rant there. I see Dale says yes. Time out. Did you time me out? But the only other light bulb moments that I've had is just different times when, like, rounding up in the system. This system rounds up, and you would never know it. And this is my last little nerdy game design thought: is if you in D&D and Pathfinder, everything rounds down, and there's certain things that happen when you round down, and if you round up, the amount of things that get cooler and better. It was so cool. Like shared damage is an example. If you take 3 damage, right? If you're about to hit, if you get thrown into an ally, you get thrown through the air and you hit an ally, and you would have taken 3 damage. The two of you share that damage together. And if you share 3 damage, 3 cut in half is 1.5 and 1.5. Rounded up, because the system rounds up to 2 damage. So now you actually collectively took more damage, which also makes sense from shared damage. So there's just been so many things that just a light bulb click together, like, oh yes, oh my gosh, yes, oh yeah. So yes, and I could go off on that as you all can tell, but I'll cut it off there. So thanks, Dale, for answering that question, and for super chatting, Dale. Stop it. And we have another super chat. I'm getting caught up now. Woo! And I gotta need some water. Here we go. I got it. I was rambling. Mr. Leaf Sheep, appreciated the super chat. Have you ever considered giving classes access to techniques that fit in the core fantasy? Something like, this technique does not count against the techniques known for X class. Also lore, woohoo! I'll tell you right now, Mr. Leaf Sheep, currently techniques are just a blanket technique, right? You have there's just a pool of techniques. There's just a list of techniques and anyone can grab. That's what they're currently at right now. A future version of the alpha is going to have class fantasy, core fantasy, if you want to call it that, lists of like brutal techniques, ranged techniques, subtlety techniques, and they're going to be categorized a bit more is the vision, right? So you can have access to certain techniques or not. So there is going to be some stuff like that. And right now, I don't necessarily think I want to add something where a class gets given a technique, because I would honestly rather, in the spirit of DC20, in the spirit of customization, in the spirit of all that, I'd rather just let them have the choice, right? And that's why techniques, you get a new technique and you learn new ones as you level up. Not every level, that's too much. But as you level up at, I think, every other level or so-ish, you get another technique, right? Every third levels. And so you'll get a new technique. If it makes sense and wildly makes sense for some reason, I see that, but I would rather just give them a technique and they can choose what they want to do that technique. If it makes super sense for their character to pick that technique, sure, go for it. But I want to give players the choice, put the ball in their court. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, let me get caught up now. A good dad sway. I don't know if that's what it's called. Maybe I just coined a phrase there. You know what I'm saying? Joe Cherry. What? Joe Cherry. Joe Cherry is paving the way here. Sirthoth the Platinum Dragon. I am here to make sure the dragons understand that which I make cannot be unmade. Do not force my hand. I'm the platinum that was born to make the world shake and tremble at my roar. Joe Cherry, the Platinum Dragon, entering in. Sirthoth the Platinum. Whoo, Joe, coming in hot. Appreciate you, brother, with the super chat. Oh man, appreciate it. All these super chats and all these things go to making DC20. So loving the chat for all these people super chatting. Even if for everyone in the chat should be loving this up, because they're helping make the game even bigger and better. So appreciate you, dude. Horse in the Sands. How would you build Fiddlesticks from League of Legends for DC20? Oh, it's so funny. I played the heck out of League of Legends. I was an Eve jungle main, and I dabbled with some Fiddlesticks, but definitely not the champion for me. How would you build Fiddlesticks from League of Legends? So there's gonna be some warlock things going in there with some fear. I would have a Scarecrow born class in the Ancestry. There's actually multiple. There's a Giant born, a Dragonborn, and an Orc Ancestry traits that fiddled with Intimidation and Fear, and I would definitely grab those up and do that. I might dabble in some Scion for some. Actually, I probably wouldn't do Scion. I would probably do Wizard, but I would do an enchantment Wizard, and they can put runes on the ground, which would symbolize fiddlesticks like teleporting in, and I would get teleportation magics and enchantment magics with having to do with fear, and that would be wild. That'd be wild. Horse in the Sands. That was a fun little journey I just went on. So thanks, dude. Scatterbug, thought I'd be on time, but the universe had other plans, so therefore Scatterbug paid his late fee. Thank you for paying your late fee, Scatterbug. And welcome, bro. Welcome. And then Hodop coming in with more super chats. Gosh, I can't even get back to the chats now. Hodop, jump height, DC20 feeder spaces. What time Alpha drop on the 11th? Oh, wow. Okay, Hodop. Hodop does these wildly efficient super chats where they ask like a million questions all in one. So jump height is in feet, because your jump distance, how jumping works in DC20. Side note, for 0.5, it's going to equal your agility. Right now, jump distance equals your might or agility. Take the higher. In 0.5, your jump distance equals to your agility. Period. Right? There's some weird clunky interactions where might-based marshals wearing heavy armor could jump really far, and that was dumb. And also, might is the strongest stat so far in the game. So we had some balancing and tuning there. Agility was the weakest stat, which is probably from dexterity in D&D being so wildly strong, and in that process I knew that coming into it, so I was constantly like shoveling things away from agility, and now it needs some love. So anyway, I feel so much better. You reduce fall damage with agility, makes sense. You can leap and how far and quickly you can get jump across things, agility. So anyway, your jump distance is agility in spaces. How far can you jump in spaces? And your jump height is agility in feet, right? As far as how high your feet get off the ground. So if you have a jump distance of 3, you could jump 3 spaces, which is 15 feet. If you have a run up and you jump, right? Or you could jump 3 feet in the air, which would be a 3-foot vertical, which is a big vertical if people don't know about, vertical height athletics type of numbers, right? A 3-foot vertical is big, right? And that's how high your feet get off the ground. Then you have your actual height, and then how high your arm reaches up. So anyway, what time does the Alpha drop on the 11th? It is the 11th, and it's going to drop alongside the video at noon. Noon Central Standard Time. Goblin lore, nice try. How's Whip working post 0.5? Whip's great. Whip didn't have too many things going on with it as far as all the different overhauls. Whip's in a pretty good spot. Scaling on higher level enemies, 3 to 6 specifically. Scaling on higher level enemies, 3 to 6 specifically. So some of these questions you're asking would be literal entire live streams talking about how scaling works at higher levels. And I'm also only ever, and this is something it's come up a few times. It's mainly came up within the team as far as reviewing things, but I'm only going to be talking about scaling within what's currently released for the game, which right now is levels 1 and 2. So I am not going to talk about scaling at levels 3 through 6 because there's so many things that haven't even been released. Magic items, magic armor, magic and armor in general, as far as how those scale, and then how monsters interact with that. So I literally can't answer that question right now. Favorite maneuver in DC20? Oh gosh, probably the whip maneuver. Favorite lore snippet is dragons and where they come from, and their connection to giants, which I think is sick. And Platinum Dragon signing off. There's Hodop with a wildly efficient super chat there. That's nuts. Oh, that's funny. And then okay. I think I'm caught up now. Zevrith Dragon, what's up? Friends been telling me about DC20. How's it work? Because he's been told it sounds exciting. Thank you, Zevrith. Zevrith Dragon. I saw the word dragon, so I was like, what's up? Hey. Welcome, dude. Welcome. And then I have insomnia. Go to bed, Insomnia. Go to bed. Not 100% sure you would even know the character, but how would you make Wayne from Mistborn? No idea. I have insomnia. I'm sorry. I feel terrible when this happens. Somebody super chatted asking about Wayne from Mistborn, and I don't even know who that is in the slightest. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dude. All right, cool. And then there we go. We're back to caught up, and we are caught up. All right, cool. Ooh, let me get a sip of water. Oh, man. All right, so next question. All right, let me go back to the... Man, we got detoured right there. Whew. I blame Dale, honestly. I blame Dale for that entire detour. So there we go. That was crazy. Honestly, and I think she's gone now at this point. So for real, all of you, if you don't know who Monarch Factory is, go check out Monarch Factory. She was a huge inspiration for my Dungeon Master screen organization, my DM binder organization, how I approach exploration and stuff. So, oh man. Oh, dang it, she's here. God dang it. Oh, mea culpa. Mea culpa? Mea culpa? Is that how you say that? I think that's how you say it. I don't know. Dang it, she's still here. She saw my my sappy little send-off. Ah, dang it. Oh God. Oh, I gotta be tough now. Okay, where was I going with this? Okay, next question. There you go. Go check out Dale. It's okay. Smell my pits. What a great transition. Thank you, Smell My Pits, for being the next question in line for me going back to questions. And what a great segue. Smell My Pits. And I'm reading that correctly. This is true. All right. Smell My Pits. What is the most amount of damage you expect to see at levels 10 and 20? Oh, man. Again, can't answer that question. So much of scaling is not yet established, and I have goals. My goals are not for it to be wild and crazy. I don't want the scaling of DC20 to be like right. I want it to be a nice smooth scaling as you get stronger and stronger, and you're combining things together. You're doing more. You're getting a little bit of stuff as you level, and you have more stuff, because in DC20, when you can do so much stuff, you have 4 action points. You can spend them to do things. You can do stuff with your allies. So when you get another thing, it's actually more that you can do with it, because everything's so flexible and so smooth. In D&D, if you get something that's always competing with your action to attack, or it has to boost your attack, and then it's not a thought, you don't have to think of it at all, it just happens on your attacks, so it's not really a cool thing there. It's not a choice, it just happens. It just happens with an attack, or it's maybe a bonus action interaction thing. But anyway, in DC20, you have all this flexibility, so I don't want the just throw stuff on the paper and then everything's scaling up wildly. So I can't answer that question right now, but I don't want it to be crazy. Is the best thing I can answer for that right there. So there you go. Another super chat from Iron Wolf, part of the Wolf Pack. How? Let's go. Are there plans for a necromancy druid? Honestly, another great part about DC20 is the fact that thought right there can just be an instant yes, because there's a druid class, there's a wizard class that has a subclass of necromancy, right? Yeah, there's a subclass of necromancy. Done. There's also the cursed class. There's an entire class based around a curse and the magical curse that's on them, and they have to deal with it and figure out how to work with it and stuff. There's also a warlock, which is going to have some interesting subclasses and other class mechanics and features it has. There's also a summoner class, which is not going to be in the alpha. It's going to be in a few shots, but there's a summoner class that can summon things and bring them up. So because all of these classes exist separately, and how DC20 works as far as multi-classing goes, you can just do that. I don't even have to make a druid necromancer. It already exists in DC20. If you're not aware, the 2-second version of how multi-classing works is you have one class. You pick your class and you go. I choose paladin. In this case, we'll say I choose druid. I am a druid. You get level 1 features of a druid, and at level 2, you get level 2 features of a druid and a talent. You get 1 talent, and you can spend that talent on druid talents. You can spend that talent on general talents. You can spend it on skills, on attribute point increases, or you can spend it on a multi-classing talent. So at level 2, again, keep in mind, my class is level 2. At level 2, I get a talent, and I can spend this multi-classing talent to go steal any level 1 level lower than my class, any level 1 class feature from any other class. So if you're a level 2 druid and you love necromancy and you love summoning things and you want to do something like that, then you can take that one talent and go steal something from warlock, steal something from summoner, steal something from wizard, steal something from cursed, whatever you want to do. So there's going to be plenty of things like that for you to be able to make a necromancer druid. So there you go. Let's go. And then, see, Samuel Flynn, I feel you. Inspired to build our own world, and that's why Dale was my segue for the lore section here. Let's go. Pocket Captain. What's up, Captain? Austin Phelps. Let's go. Okay, sorry. Okay, back to the questions. All right. Amalry. Question: any preview on upcoming monk changes you can share? Monk changes. Monks, they gain their stamina back way better by taking the dodge action and being missed. If the monk misses, if the monk gets missed in combat, they regain the stamina. Yin and yang, receiving energy, sending back out energy. Right. So big, huge buff for the monk. Monks fast movement. They gain however long their jump distance is. They can run across water that many spaces, or up vertical spaces that many spaces. So they get a little bit of a wall run and a little bit of a water run just for a little bit. Right. What's going on? Oh, my phone. Oh no. Okay, that was on the whole time. I don't know if y'all heard a little in the background. My baby monitor was on that whole time. That's crazy. All right. Anyway, so monk gets that. Monk gets a buff to their unarmed strikes, where they can make four attacks without a penalty if it's an unarmed strike. Right. That's how you punch. Right. I'm good at fighting. All right. And they also get better defense, and their patient defense is now based off of their prime attribute instead of a mental attribute. So there we go. ADHD. What? Yeah. Let's go. And then we're using DC20. Samuel Flynn is switching their campaign after their 3-year-long campaign is switching over to DC20. Appreciate it. Let's go. I gotta get those level 3 stuff out there for those campaign people. All right. Next question. Eduardo Sucre. Question: are any of your rules are there any rules for abilities for dual wielding? Dual wielding is super simple. You can have 2 weapons, one in each hand. Done. And what that allows is you to make an attack check and another attack check before the multiple penalty applies. Normally, if you had 1 weapon, you would make an attack and then you would have disadvantage on the next one. So you'd be a normal attack, disadvantage, double disadvantage, triple disadvantage if you made 4 attacks in a row. Right, which you shouldn't. That's why. Anyway, but if you dual wield, you can make an attack, and then you can make an attack at disadvantage and an attack at double disadvantage. Right, so you get 2 attacks before the penalty starts kicking in. Right, so that's the benefit of dual wielding. And there's also the fighters. Fighters have a dual wielding fighting style that lets them make an attack for free if there's adjacent enemies. Right, so. And it's designed for fending off multiple enemies, right? So cool. Nice. And then, horse in the sands with another super chat. How would you make a spring trap from FNAF? There's so many people who are obsessed with FNAF. Am I saying it right? FNAF. I think I'm saying it right. So many people are obsessed with that. I have no idea. I've never seen anything on it. The only thing I've seen on FNAF is Game Theory? Game Theory's videos on FNAF. That's the only thing I've ever seen, and I'm still confused about it. I don't know. Oh God, Coach is old. I'm sorry, guys. I'm also I very much I have a very specific set of interests. And I just stay in that pocket, and I don't go anywhere else. So there you go. That's funny. And then Tabletop Phoenix super chats for the Artificer. There you go. I'll put that in the Artificer Fund. If y'all also didn't know, there are super chat funds for each of the classes that have not yet came out, which is Artificer, Bard, Druid, Cursed, Warlock. Yeah, those 5. Cool. Nice. All right. Back to the questions. Chris Baldwin. Question: is there an alchemist and a subclass of a chimera maker? Chimera maker. I don't know what you mean by chimera maker. Are you literally talking about someone who creates a chimera with their alchemy? That's wild. In DC20, you could do that because there's something called a Beastmaster, and you could be an artificer and multi-class into Beastmaster, and you would be an alchemist that created a chimera, and that would be like your pet that you run around with. That's sick. So alchemist, there's not an alchemist because it would literally be an artificer. It'd be a subclass of an artificer, and how the artificer's intent is right now is you easily could reskin it to be an alchemist. That's at least right now the goal. We'll see how that goes, right? But yeah, that's going to be taken care of in that way. Cool. And then Admiral Rum, what's up? Admiral Rum, my moderators should no, you don't have to super chat. Five Nights at Freddy's is a horror survival game on PC. It has a weird following. Oh, is that where you like run away and there's that big scary doll with like the teeth and the smile? Okay, I think thank you, Admiral Rum, for bringing me into the loop on this one. That's funny. All right, next question. Dingleberg, when will Mr. Rex make DC20 lore videos? Oh my god. Oh my god. Here's what I'll say. When y'all blow this up and when this happens, when I do the DC20 live stream lore dump, I'm going to do it and then also turn that and chop it up and edit it down, send it to my editor. He's going to do his thing and make it into a full video and post it on the channel. I will send it directly to Mr. X through DMs, and then he'll see it that way. And I don't think he's going to be able to not make a video. I'm not speaking for him, but there we go. Captain, my Artificer Reforged in 5e, I have a subclass as a companion creature with different features that's chosen from a list, each corresponding with a creature type. Oh, exactly, yeah. And that's in my head, that's a Beastmaster situation, but companion, that we could have even like a little, that'd be interesting, a subclass. That's very interesting, especially that's what the Beastmaster is, different types. So I think that's going to be some inspiration for that too, right there. Alchemist Chimera would be a guy who can take his kid and dog with him on adventures in one convenient violent package monstrosity. Oh gosh, yeah, his pet chimera. That's nuts. All right, next question. I have insomnia. Are you going to take a subclass from 5e, or are you going to take subclass ideas from 5e? Love to see a DC20 Swashbuckler or Genie Warlock. Yes. In fact, right here. I can share the screen here, right here, if y'all want to see this. Subclass voting. These are subclasses. So you said Warlock, right? Oh, I guess. Well, Warlock. Where's the Warlock? Oh, Warlock. It's because it was not part of the core classes that's been released so far. But yeah, so Sorcerer subclasses, all of the different types of the Sorcerer subclasses. So I'm going to do some polls and some polling for subclasses to see who. Lucas Caldas, what's up? I love your icon. Batman, let's go. I'm going to do some polling to see which are the favorites, to which subclass are just the favorites. And I'm going to start, actually, you know what? I'm going to make that note right now. I'm going to make a note right now. I'm going to start that tomorrow. Poll. Oh, that's my caps lock is on. I hate that. Poll for DC20 subclass favorites. I'm going to start a poll for that. Thank you for the inspiration there. We're doing it. So yeah, I'm going to make a poll on that, and then we're going to see which are the favorites, and I'll try and make sure that that has representation. Now, it's not going to be a copy paste over, right? It's going to be like the class fantasy of the class fantasy of the Genie, the class fantasy of a Swashbuckler. Yes, but how does that look and exist in DC20? Which most likely be way different, right? Cool. Question from Geists. What would be the best method of giving you feedback? I noticed some mistakes in the 0.4, no idea where to send them. What I would say, Geists, here's what I would say, and this actually is a great question. 152 people here. What's up and welcome, people. This is crazy that there's this many people that want to chit chat about good old DC20. So if you have feedback, I would say hold on to that feedback. 0.5 releases in 6 days. On the 11th at noon, 0.5 releases. Look and see if we fix them, right? That would I would appreciate that, especially with the amount of feedback to be able to juggle. Look and see if we fix them, and if we didn't fix them, and mark off, like delete the list of things, and then post it in Discord in the 0.5 feedback. I'm gonna make a big post about the 0.5 feedback. You'll see it in Discord. It's a thread in DC20's chat. You can't miss it. That's going to be where there's gonna be a thread for it, and you can put it there. But a lot of stuff is fixed in 0.5. A ton of stuff. Anyway, there's that. Did I miss anything? Okay, we're good. Okay, no, I'm just making sure. Okay, cool. All right. Geomancer Sorcerer. In my first campaign, my best friend played a Geomancer Sorcerer, and that's got a soft spot in my heart right there. So yeah, Geomancer Sorcerers are legit. Geistware said that. PH Arbex, how many races coexist in your world without killing each other? Interesting question. And that question gets very interesting when you think about the lore of the world. But in its current, like the current timeline of where the world's at right now, all of them can exist without killing each other. I'll just answer that very vaguely and generally. There's going to be kingdoms and factions at war, and warring nations and warring people and groups and secret factions, above ground factions, kingdoms, all that kind of stuff. So there'll be that type of beef, and if you want to play into that, you can. But in general, there's not like in DC20, it's not like, tieflings suck and they're bad and everyone hates them. No, nothing like that. Cool. And then next, David Molnar, question: what is your favorite book series and did it influence DC20? See, I would have to read books to have a favorite book series. I don't read books. The only books I read are like research studies and like data analysis stuff and TTRPG rules, and yeah, so I would say fantasy that's inspired my world is Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, Dragon Ball Z. Doesn't seem like it should fit there. And then Avatar, love Avatar. If more people said stuff, not Harry Potter, nothing against Harry Potter. There's just certain things with the magic of Harry Potter that aren't consistent enough for me, that rub me the wrong way. Just things that just don't make sense if you take a big step back and start to think about like, wait, how do spells actually? Anyway, I'm going on a rabbit hole. So yeah, I don't have a book series. Game of Thrones before it got tanked, and Star Wars before it got tanked, technically. So there's that. And then another super chat. Whoa. Bone Caller, how does dual wield versus heavy weapon damage balance out? The goal is for them to be pretty even, and I think the math of it works out pretty good right now, because if you have a heavy weapon, you're dealing 3 damage with your heavy weapon, and if you hit really hard with it, you deal even more with the impact property, right? Versus dual wielding, you can make an attack and then another attack that doesn't suffer from disadvantage, giving you a higher chance to hit with 2 attacks. Which you could, depending on how high you roll, depending on what else you got going on, and that's also more flexible damage. Dual wield compared to heavy hitting is designed to be the same balance wise, but heavy two-handed weapons will shine more against one big thing they're hitting, and like versus dual wielding will shine more in a little bit more more enemies and spreading the damage around, because they can attack here and attack there. Cool. With the asterisk where there is going to be a talent for two-handers where when you swing and deal damage with a two-hander, any excess overflow damage can also deal damage to creatures around it. So you can have like a cleaving effect situation. That is a thing. So yeah, but I'd say they are very, very nicely balanced in my opinion. And then I do love magic systems, Captain. And there's some other magic systems that I don't. Oh God, what's it called? Nope, can't remember it. Sean Van Bever Holt. I loved working through that. Thank you, Sean. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to work through that. All right. In 0.5, will you add highlighted notes to what has been changed from previous versions? A la, I see what the playtest game looks great. Appreciate you, Sean. I am not going to go into the actual document and be like, hey, right here, hey, right here, hey, right here, hey. I think that would look strange. I haven't seen what you're talking about for me to be able to compare. Also, this late in the game, if I see that and I like that, I might do that for 0.6 because that sounds cool. But I also want, if somebody just comes to DC20 for the first time, I don't want them to see like, oh yeah, the game was different here. It doesn't matter. This is I want it to be clean, right? But what I am doing, and I've spent a lot of time doing this, is making a changelog. There is a very, very clear changelog going through every single change in exact excruciating detail. Where we at? Do I have? Oh, I don't have the changelog in this. It's in the Google document. That's why. And then actually, you know what? Let me see if I can find it here. Changelog. Oh, there we go. Changelog. So this is not a fully updated one yet, but this is the changelog. So attributes, skills and trades, checks and saves, and it's going over every single thing that's changed from 0.5 to 0.4 to 0.5. So the changelog, you should be set and good to go, right? Set and good to go. Done. Cool. So there we go, and we're back. All right. And then with the thing, pocket thing, where we at? Okay, cool. And we're back to Peter. Peter came back with another super chat. Sorry, coach, not sure if I understood your answer correctly. If fighter does 1 AP plus 1 action point hero. Okay. So we're gonna get into this, y'all. Peter has thrown down a question of a step-by-step turn in DC20. So I really do love these rule clarification things. So here we go. We have 4 action points at the top of your turn. You're a fighter. I'm assuming you're a level 1 fighter, so you have 1 stamina. I might need clarification on that. If I'm wrong on that, let me know. Anyway, understand correct. If a fighter does 1 action point and 1 action point and 1 stamina point to perform a heroic leap. Woof! They leap into the air. They do an attack. They do a 1 AP attack plus 1 AP exposed to regain 1. There we go. Timeout. Okay. So what they're saying is they perform a heroic leap, spending a stamina and an action point to leap into the air. They perform an expose maneuver to regain 1 SP. Nope. You cannot. In fact, here we go. I'll show it right here. Nice and clean so everyone can see what I'm talking about. There were some misunderstandings. That's the best way I can describe it for the fighter. The fighter, you regain 1 stamina when you perform 1 or more maneuvers as part of an action, provided you did not spend stamina as part of that action. I also hope this makes sense. People were interpreting it in weird and wrong ways. Weird only because once I heard, you know what? I see how you could say that, and I had to change the words of it. So that was on my bad to not write it in a clear enough, direct enough way. So you cannot regain stamina from using stamina. That makes no sense, and it would be absolutely broken for fighters. So if you spend stamina as part of doing anything, you cannot regain stamina at the exact same time. That is a weird infinite loop that is not ever designed, should never be a thing in any game, right? And then horse in the stands. I haven't missed your question yet. I don't know. Anyway, so you would not regain stamina from that, but you could perform. We're back to. Let me go back to here. You could perform a heroic leap for 1 action point and 1 stamina point, and add an expose. You could do that. You could add an expose to that attack check. The heroic leaps attack check. You could do that. You would not regain stamina. Fighter can't heroic leap again with regain 1. Because you didn't regain that stamina. There was no stamina to be regained, so you don't have the stamina. So now, if you wanted to do it again, you would have to make an attack check and add a maneuver to that attack check, which then, because all you spent was an attack check, action point, and a maneuver, and all you spent were action points, after performing that maneuver, you regain the stamina. But now your action points are done and your turn's over. You see what I'm saying? So there's that. I hope that makes sense. And now it makes sense to me why it didn't make sense to you, because the fighter stamina and the interpretation there was off from what a lot of people were trying to interpret from it. So there you go. Question. Oh, wait. So Reno, horse in the stands. Wait. Oh, did horse in the sands ask another one? Vanderholt? Oh, there we go. Okay, sorry. I didn't see it from Bone Caller. Y'all had the same color on my screen. Last one for the night. How would you build Davy Jones from Pirates of the Caribbean? Davy Jones. Is that the super tentacle guy on the Warlock? That's the one that's the captain of the ship with all the freaking tentacle beard, squid beard. How would I build him? I don't know what his powers are. I don't know what his powers are. So I mean, he'd be a. I'd get all of the water traits. He'd be a waterborn. He'd get all the water traits and everything like that. I'd probably do a warlock patron, and maybe even have a fathom deep warlock subclass and stuff like that. So I'd say probably warlock. But I honestly don't know the powers of him right now. I don't know what his power set, his kit. I don't know what his kit is to be able to answer that question. So I'm sorry, bro. I wish I knew more about what Davy Jones's powers were. Like, I know he's like water-based stuff and like a captain of a ship and stuff. Tentacles. I don't know. That's the best I got because I don't know his power set. So I'm sorry, bro. Admiral Rum. Oh, I think Admiral Rum did that just because the numbers. Scatterbug likes to have super chats being even numbers, guys. So keep all the numbers even, or you'll get or Scatterbug gets really upset. Okay, easy, guys. And then, what? The Monarch's Factory comes in with another super chat. Dale, stop it. I said stop it, okay? I'm allowed to super chat you. I came on your stream and super chatted you, but that's because I'm paying it forward because of all what you've done for me. I appreciate you, Dale. Dale drops a smoke bomb as I vanish to keep wrestling with Da Vinci's Resolve. Oh no. Have fun streaming. Dale. You should. Oh, my iPad's not in here. Luma Fusion is what I edited on my iPad. Luma Fusion. It was super nice on my iPad. But then now I edit whenever I have to edit, and my editor can't do it for me. You should look into getting an editor, Dale. What are you doing? Adobe Premiere. I use Adobe Premiere. I like the little hotkeys in there. But yeah, wrestling with DaVinci Resolve. There's so many buttons. But I love the visual of the smoke bomb. And in my visual of the smoke bomb, Dale, I'm just going to go I'm going to have a little bit of a TTRPG moment here. Game Master description. Dale throws down her smoke bomb. The room fills with smoke. It billows up. And as it's billowing up, the center starts to billow up more and then expand and forms a smoke butterfly. And the butterfly goes, flaps, and then dissipates. And Dale's no longer here. She's gone. Now, it's going to be really anticlimactic, Dale, if you say anything else. So you can't say anything else, okay? Because last time I thought you were gone too. So maybe you didn't even hear my description of that because you're gone. But we'll never know. Email me, message me, talk to me. It's okay. Thanks, Dale. You rock. Let's go. So Lower Jam with the super chat. Thank you, Lower Jam. Love what you're doing and excited to see every step of this process. Oh my gosh. Guys. I don't know. I guess I'm just a big sat ball or an emotional dude or whatever, but like it gets me every time when people just super chat and they're like, "Hey, I love what you're doing." That's so crazy, man. That's so crazy. I don't know if it's me coming from being a teacher and being like, teachers are so underappreciated for what all the stuff that we freaking, at least some teachers bust their butts for their kids to try and make a difference and help them and do all this stuff. So maybe I'm scorned from that. And then now with this new different career path with people saying stuff like that, love what you're doing. Excited to see every step of the process. God, man. Oh, thanks, Lower Jam. I really appreciate that. Thank you for real. And then what's up? Whoa, Agile Monk. Oh, wait. How do I do that? Agile Monk. To the hardworking DC team members, much love, respect, and appreciation for all you do to bring this to life. Agile Monk. We also love Dale. I hope Dale saw that. Oh yeah. Okay, Dale did see that. But Dale, that means the smoke cloud. My smoke cloud story is now ruined. My smoke cloud story. Now I have to add this extra part to it because you failed the stealth check. You just came back and backtracked. The butterfly lifts away. The smoke fades, and as the smoke turns and fades, you see Dale right there with the double rocker signs. Yeah. And now she's still there. But Agile Monk, yes, we do love Dale and the DC team members. I couldn't do it without them. Couldn't do it without y'all. Couldn't do it without all of this in the super chat, or in the super chats and the live streams and the videos, all the support. Even just watching it, liking it, and being like, hey, just like who was it a second ago? Who was it a second ago? That was talking about Samuel Flynn talking about they're doing their campaign and they're going to play DC20. Like that's that there you go, done. Like you guys are doing it. This wouldn't be possible without you guys. Thank y'all, and thank Thank you, Agile Monk. Let's go. And speaking of Samuel Flynn, I literally scrolled up to go find you, Samuel. And then now you're here. No, consider this my pre-order for Elemental Born and Beastborn. Also, because I love you. Appreciate you, brother. In fact, because you said that, let's go show a little something here. Should we get a little crazy, y'all? Should we get a little crazy? I'm gonna do this screen. Nope. Yes. This screen here. Nope. There we go. This is the Elemental Born. Air, earth, fire, water. The Elemental Born. As you can see, there's not all the way done yet, and we have some. The purple ones are the default traits. The yellow are the expanded traits. But we have some. No, we can't do this, and this is kind of the development stuff. I do these on the Patreon live streams. On Patreon every single week. I do 2 live streams a week, 1 public, 1 patron. And in the Patreon live stream, we dive into stuff like this, and I show the development process of DC20. And then here's Beastborn. Buckle up for Beastborn. We got senses, we got mobility, we have negative traits, we have flying traits, stealth traits, jumping traits, body, like different ways to enhance your body, natural weapons, miscellaneous traits. Whoo, baby, we got them all. So you just wait. Elemental Born and Beastborn are actually further along than you probably think. They're not going to be part of the 0.5 alpha, but they definitely will be part of a 0.6 or 7, right? So super, super sick. We exist to give Coach heart problems. Yeah, I know. Friggin' emotional roller coaster, y'all. Ted with the first time super chat. Appreciate you, Ted. Ted Karamitis. Ted Karamitis. What a cool last name. Late fee because tonight is my weekly game. Here now, though, gotta go back in an hour. Wait, did you have a game? You took a break and then in an hour you're gonna play the game again? That's the longest D&D break I've ever heard of. That's wild. That's wild, Ted. But appreciate you, brother. Thank you. And thank you for paying your late fee. Gosh, come on. And then Horse in the Sands for the Beastborn, Equineborn. Equineborn. Is that horse? Equine? Equestrian? I think that's a horseborn. You gain speed, you gain the ability to be mounted and not lose movement speed while a creature of the same size or smaller is mounting you. I might have to change that to the same size or 1 size smaller because anyway, that's really interesting. I love that. Rakdos Gaming, love the alpha, can't wait for 0.5 update. Also, if a player wanted to use a poison dart as an ammo, could I give them a physical maneuver like expose? Interesting. If a player wanted to use a poison dart as ammo, could I give them a physical maneuver like expose? In general, if they're a marshal, they already have it. Right? If they're a marshal, they already have maneuvers that can add expose, right? So I don't know if that'd be necessary. And a poison dart as ammo, physical maneuver. If they're using a dart, if there's a dart, there's a weapon. Like if there's a dart as a weapon, they would just use that, right? And if they want to do a poison dart, you could give them an item. You could give them an item or something that, or you know what? You could give someone, this would be such a simple item. It's a mundane item in DC20. Here's a brand new mundane as heck item that you can give a player in DC20 that's almost like a magic item. It allows them this poison vial. As 1 action point, dip a dart or a 1 damage, a weapon that deals 1 damage, a weapon with a base damage of 1 can be dipped into this small vial, and you can add +1 poison damage to your next attack with that weapon. And it's 1 action point, blah, and then you, right, blah. So 1 action point, so it's basically 1 action point to add +1 poison damage to your next attack check. Isn't that super sick? And we just made that in 2 seconds. Gosh, I love making stuff for DC20. This is so much fun. All right, there you go, Rakdos. And then Jeff Jones for the half ogres. Oh man. Technically, the ogre-born. Oh, ogres. I was thinking giant. Oh my gosh, ogres. You just, oh man. Okay, I have to do something here. You've just unlocked something. I have to message Sky, add this into the master lore document. Ogres are, I can't type the rest of this. They are corrupted Okay, cool. There we go. Done. So it's actually wild what just happened with ogres, and because of the lore of DC20 is the way it is, it's crazy that ogres just make sense now, and I can totally see them and where humans and orcs and giants and things overlap and intermix and things with where ogres come from. Oh man, that's so cool. Oh man, that's so cool. Ooh, all right. Horse centaur. Yes. But thank you for that super chat, Jeff Jones. I love the hype for ogres. How expensive are weapons? Rope dart? Wait, rope dart. Wait, a rope dart. You tie a rope to the, you like sling it? A rope? Oh, a rope. Do you put tie a rope to a dart and then throw it? Oh man, that's interesting. I would say that would restrict the distance you can throw it. It would have the distance or something like that. Whoo, that's funny. Ogres have many layers. You are correct, horse in the sands. Wait, could a centaur ride a horse? No, definitely not. Lore. I know. Hey, we do have a double giveaway because also, and actually, we are in overtime. I didn't even realize we're in overtime. I'm going to answer 3 more questions in overtime, and then I'm doing a giveaway. So I'm answering 3 questions from the questions that were asked in the queue. I'm answering 3 questions. Then I'm going to do 2 giveaways. The first giveaway is the giveaway we always do no matter what. Even if only one person showed up to this live stream, I would do a giveaway to that person. Thank you for being here, and we'd just chat the whole time. I do a giveaway every live stream, at least one. And if we hit 250, so that unlocks another one. Boom, there we go. So what the giveaway is, it's for a copy of the DC20 Alpha. If you already have the DC20 Alpha, awesome props to you. I want to say thank you even more. I'll give you a copy of Alcanar's Almanac if you want that. If you don't want Alcanar's Almanac, I'll give you an early access copy of 0.5, or in the future, it'd be an early access copy of 0.6, and you get it a little bit early before anybody else. And if you don't want either of those, you can have a shopping spree on the website. That's how the whole thing works. So I'm gonna do that real quick, and let's get into these overtime questions. Can you cast a spell for 1 AP and use 3 AP to give 3 instances of advantage? Kaylor Bratchner, yes, you can. I love that, and that's a beautiful aspect of DC20. Is you could cast a spell for 1 action point and then give yourself triple advantage. So you would roll a spell check you'd roll 4 D20s and take the highest for that one thing. Now, your entire turn would be that one thing, but maybe that's what you want. You know what I'm saying? I do think a very good thing to do, I've seen before, is when you cast the spell, is like you take the move action or something to get into position, and then you cast the spell with 2 action points, spending mana and all these other resources that are very important for those 2 action points you just pumped into, and mana you're spending on the spell, and then you give yourself advantage on the spell. So I think that's a pretty solid option that I've seen people do before a lot in playtesting, but they're kind of figuring stuff out. So heck yeah. Cool. There's one. And then Mortal Bane question. Can we have a sneak peek of the exotic ancestries? One of the exotic ancestries is like Dragonborn. All right. Because Mortal asks just ever so nicely. Mortals asks ever so nicely. I will go to the actual the ancestry document. The actual ancestry document, and we will go to the actual ancestry. Okay, I'm just gonna go to Dragon though. Dragonborn. We're gonna lock it in there. Boom. Dragonborn. Let me move this, and then move that. Dragonborn. There we go. And then there you go. So Dragonborn, you have your breath weapon. You can choose an elemental or mystic origin to your breath weapon. Elemental being acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, the elements, right? And mystic being your breath weapon would be holy, psychic, psionic, unholy, force. Whoa, right? And then you have dark vision. Only two of the 10 ancestries released in 0.5 have dark vision, because dark vision should freaking be unique. And dragons known for their vision and freaking true sight and other things, dragons should have dark vision. I'm sorry if that seems crazy, but dragons should have dark vision. I'm sorry, I got a little soapbox there. So your early Dragonborns, level 1 Dragonborns, will have dark vision. But yes, that dark vision can scale to higher levels, and maybe at level 20 you can have true sight as a Dragonborn. Wouldn't that be crazy? Anyway, and Tieflings, for the record, are the only, Demonborn, Devilborn. Fiendborn, whatever, are the only other ones with dark vision, because that also makes sense because of Devil's Sight in the same aspect. Anyway, dragons are not known for their sight, but dragons have true sight, and then dragons have a whole thing with vision and true sight and scrying and other things, and very, very powerful. Dragons' eyesight, seeing through invisibility, seeing true sight, like it's part of dragons. It's not what they're known for, but it's definitely part of dragons. So anyway, and the reptiles, come on, and then draconic resistance based on your damage type, a breath weapon based on your damage type, and these are just the default traits. Let's go to the expanded traits. Here's the expanded traits. You can increase your mana, increase your physical defense. You can gain a second charge of your breath weapon. You can gain a knockback to your breath weapon, so you go whoo, poof, and it knocks them back. Sick. Draconic affinity. And there's some dying mechanics that I'm not going to get into because that also touches into some lore. Whoop. All right. And then Thazro Da. Exactly. Tabletop Phoenix. Let's go. All right. Yeah. Scatterbug. Even for life. There we go. The super chats are now even. Scatterbug has accomplished his mission every week. That's his mission. And then the last question. So this is the last question. Everyone. Oh yeah, Samuel Flynn. Sorry if y'all didn't know this. DC20. In DC20, all ancestries have 5 points worth of default traits. As you saw, resistance against a certain type of your draconic whatever is 2 points. A breath weapon is 2 points. Dark vision is 1 point. There we go. There's your 5 points for your dragonborn. If you want to customize your dragonborn, you can choose to swap out and build your own dragonborn. Take these 2 points out, put these 2 points in, move these things around. As long as your total is 5 points within your dragonborn ancestry, you're good. So yeah, that's how expanded traits work. So anyway, so everyone, I'm doing 2 giveaways. Everybody say something in the chat right now. Say your favorite ancestry. Ooh, how about this? Say your favorite ancestry you're looking forward to seeing the most. What ancestry are you really looking forward to seeing what it looks like? You can say Dragonborn if I just showed that and you love Dragonborn, okay? Or you're just gonna say something. Basically, in order to win the giveaway, you have to have typed some sort of letters or numbers in the chat so that Nightbot can snag you up. So there we go. Albastine S. Are there rules for fleeing a fight, whether the PC or enemies? Albastine S. Holy crap, did you just unlock a super secret mechanic here? There is a mechanic, I've only referenced it once ever on Discord. There's a morale system in DC20. There's a morale system in DC20. It can go both ways. Mainly it's used for enemies. Enemies have a morale and you can beat down the morale. So if you have it's like 6, they're up against 6 guys. There's the leader and he has 2 bandits and 3 brutes and whatever. Yeah. And the leader dies and these guys die and there's like 2 left. Their morale could break and you could just end the fight. And there's that. Also, we all know that the fight's done, and there's a really annoying process of like, okay, so we got to finish this off, right? So there are going to be mechanics to end combat straight away, and there are going to be combats to break someone's morale, and mechanics to break morale in general, just in a social aspect type of thing. So there's that. Changeling, I see you. And then Tamarakui. Tamara Uriki. There we go. Appreciate the super chat. Just sharing the love for Coach DC20 and the team. Can't wait to play this with my daughter in my indigenous language. Oh my God, Maori. Oh my gosh. That's so freaking cool to think of somebody sitting around a table speaking Maori, if I'm saying that right. I'm probably not. And playing DC20. We did it, y'all. Freaking worldwide. That's so cool. I just had a moment there. That's so cool. She's 2 years old. So I've got some time to translate everything. Here's for the journey. Oh my gosh, guys, today in this chair right here, Talon, my oldest son's name is Talon. He's 3 years old. He sat right there and he goes, can I play? So I had him roll my big Dungeon Master dice, and he got a 17. So that was a sweet moment there. So I just had a little flashback there. So thank you for that. Appreciate you. All right. So it is now time for the giveaway. Winner, chicken dinner. Here we go. Winner for the first person. It is a giveaway of the DC20 Alpha. Haka. Jester Bravo. Let's go. Jester Bravo. Jester Bravo. You won the first one. Jester Bravo wins the first one. And here's the second one. If you win, message a moderator on Discord. We'll make sure we'll sync up. We'll do confirmations to make sure it's the same account, all that stuff. But there we go. Message one of my moderators on Discord. They will get you hooked up and set up, all that good stuff. Sweet. Congrats. And that's not all. There's one more. Wait, you missed a super chat. What? Wait. Somebody super chatted during all of that. Alfred Miller. You didn't even say anything. You just gave a super chat. I appreciate you, Alfred Miller. Oh my gosh. Doesn't even say anything. What a badass. Just throws it down. Doesn't even say nothing. Let's go. Thank you, Alfred Miller. And I didn't see it. It was during all the spam of people trying to join in the giveaway. Appreciate you. Thanks, Wolves, for pointing that out to me. Appreciate you. What a champion. All right, here we go. Winner. Last one, second one. Here we go. Last one. Galaxy of Night Sky. Galaxy. Nice Galaxy. Let's go. Galaxy is here all the time, so what an appropriate winner. I know Galaxy has the DC20 Alpha, so there's that. So we will see what it is that Galaxy wants. Let's go. Give me lore. Okay, Galaxy. Maybe I'll throw you into the lore pile. So okay, moderators. Actually, Galaxy. I will talk to you, Galaxy, and we'll see if we can get you some early lore stuff too, because that has been an option. KC, fanboy KC, and Tabletop Phoenix had some things to dive into some lore stuff there too. So maybe that's what your reward is. So let's go. Appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. That's it for tonight. I will see you guys again next week. We'll do the same thing. We'll keep doing the same. Same thing as far as answering questions. Maybe talking about some lore and doing some giveaways and all that kind of stuff. So so much to answer. So much. I love the wide spectrum. And we had an appearance by Dale Kingsmill here, y'all. The one, the only Monarchs Factory Dale Kingsmill. Go check her out. She's freaking awesome. And everybody have a good night. I look forward to these so much. I was so excited to do this one tonight. I always look forward to them. You guys are awesome. Stay creative. Think outside the box.